Good morning, children. Today we will see graphical representation for group data. Already we learned graphical representation for ungrouped data. They are line graph, bar graph and pictograph. These and all we learned in the previous classes. And in this 8th standard we learned pie chart in the before exercise. Then now graphical representation for group data. Histogram, frequency polygon, frequency curve and cumulative frequency curve. In this standard we will see group data, graphical representations, histogram and frequency polygon. Let us see. First one, histogram. A histogram is a graph of a continuous frequency distribution. Histogram contains a set of rectangles, the base of which is the length of the class interval and the frequency in each class interval is its height. That is, the class intervals are represented on the horizontal axis, that is x-axis, and the frequencies are represented on the vertical axis, that is y-axis. So when we draw a histogram, we have to represent the class intervals in the x-axis and frequencies in the y-axis. Next one. For example, you see this diagram. X-axis, they given class intervals 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, 90 to 100, 100 to 110 are the class intervals. They are continuous. Then in y-axis they given frequencies 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900 and 1000. Scale they given in x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 10 units and y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 100 units. And see each rectangles. In each rectangles the length is the class interval length and the height is the respective frequencies. Let us see how to draw a histogram in some examples. Before, we have to see steps to construct a histogram. First step, represent the data in the continuous form. If it is in discontinuous form, by converting it using the adjustment factor. If the given data is in discontinuous form, we have to make as continuous form. Second step, select the appropriate units along the x-axis and y-axis. Third one, plot the lower limits of all class interval on the x-axis. And fourth one, plot the frequencies of the distribution on the y-axis. Fifth one, construct the rectangles with class intervals as bases and corresponding frequencies as heights. Each class has lower and upper values. This gives us two equal vertical lines representing the frequencies. The upper ends of the lines are joined together and this process will give us rectangles. Let us see differences between a bar graph and a histogram. In bar graph used for ungrouped data and histogram used for group data. Bar graph gap between the bars, but histogram no gap between rectangles. Bar graph, height of each bar is important and not its width, but in histogram height and width of each rectangle are equally important. Next one, let us see one example for construction of a histogram for continuous frequency distribution. See the question. Draw a histogram for the following table which represents the age groups from 100 people in a village. Ages they given in class intervals 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80 and 80 to 90. By seeing itself we can say it is continuous. Next one, number of people they given that is frequency. 0 to 10 they given 11, 10 to 20 given 9, 20 to 30 given 8, 30 to 40 given 20, 40 to 50 given 25, 50 to 60 given 10, 60 to 70 given 8, 70 to 80 given 6, 80 to 90 given 3. Let us see how to draw the histogram. First we have to draw the x-axis, give the name x and x dash, and next draw the y-axis, give the name y, y dash, their intersection is origin, O, that is 0, 0. Next x-axis we represent ages and y-axis we will represent number of people. Next is scale. In x-axis 1 centimeter we will take 10 years and in y-axis 1 centimeter we will take 5 people. According to that, fill x-axis 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, then 80, 90. In y-axis 5 people each 1 centimeter. So first one 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Write the frequency as 11. Next rectangle, that is the class interval 10 to 20 has the frequency 9. So the height 9. Like that you have to draw the rectangle and then write the frequency as 9. Next one, for the class interval 20 to 30, they given the frequency is 8. So height you have to take as 8. So then write the frequency as 8. For the class interval 30 to 40, they given the frequency is 20. So along the 20 you have to draw the rectangle. So write the frequency as 20. For the class interval 40 to 50, they given the frequency is 25. So height of that rectangle is 25. Then write the frequency as 25. Next one, for the class interval 50 to 60, they given the frequency is 10. So along 10, you have to draw the rectangle and then write the frequency as 10. For the class interval 60 to 70, they given the frequency is 8. 8 means after 5, that is 6th line will be 8. So draw the rectangle of height 8. Then write the frequency as 8. For the class interval 70 to 80, they given frequency 6. After 5, the second line will be 6. Since we are taking each 1 centimeter as 5 centimeters, so every second line will be counting. So this rectangle has the height is 6. For the class interval 80 to 90, they given the frequency is 3. 3 means from the starting, the 6th line will be the count 3. So draw the rectangle of height 3 and frequency you should write as 3. So this is the histogram of the given data. If you need to color the rectangle means you can color it. How to give the same color for all the rectangles. Next one. Construction of histogram for discontinuous frequency distribution. Example 6.7. The following table gives the number of literate females in the age group 10 to 45 years in a town. See the given table, age group and number of females they given. 10 to 15. Next one 16 to 21. Not started from 15. So this is discontinuous. So we have to make it as continuous frequency distribution. Then we can draw the histogram. See 10 to 15. Number of females 350. 16 to 21 920. 22 to 27 850. 28 to 33 480. 34 to 39 230. 40 to 45 200. draw a histogram to represent the above data. So first let us make this discontinuous frequency distribution into continuous frequency distribution. For that, you see the gap between upper limit of the first interval and the lower limit of the second interval. So 15 and 16 having gap 1. So half of the gap 0.5. So in the lower limit you have to subtract that 0.5 and in the upper limit you have to add that 0.5. So it becomes 10 to 15 becomes 9.5 to 15.5. 16 to 21 becomes 15.5 to 21.5. 22 to 27 will become 21.5 to 27.5. 28 to 33 will become 27.5 to 33.5. 34 to 39 will become 33.5 to 39.5. 40 to 45 will become 39.5 to 45.5. And frequency will be same. Let us draw the histogram. First you have to draw the x-axis, give the name x, x dash, and draw the y-axis, give the name y, y dash, and their intersection origin O, that is 0, 0. In x-axis we will represent age group and in y-axis we will represent number of females, scale. In x-axis 1 centimeter we will take 6 years and in y-axis 1 centimeter we will take 100 females. First one we will take from 9.5. So the lower class interval start 9.5. So we will take first one 9.5. Next one, each one carries 6 years. So 15.5, 21.5, 27.5, 33.5, 39.5, 45.5, 51.5. So in y-axis each one take 100 females. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000. So first one, for the class interval 9.5 to 15.5, they given the frequency 350. That means height of the rectangle is 350. Draw the rectangle of height 350 and write the frequency as 350. Here O to 9.5, I am drawing one curve. Y means from 0 to 9.5 the length is 9.5 but remaining all having the length is 6. So there is a difference, therefore I put that symbol. Okay. Then next one, for the class interval 15.5 to 21.5 given frequency 920. So you have to take the height of the rectangle as 920. Then you have to write as 920. Next one, for the class interval 21.5 to 27.5, they given the frequency is 850. So you have to take the height as 850. Then write the frequency. Next one, for the class interval 27.5 to 33.5, we heard the frequency is 480. So you have to take the height of the rectangle is 480. Height of the rectangle is 230 and then write the frequency as 230. Next one, for the class interval 39.5 to 45.5, we heard the frequency is 200. So you have to take the height as 200 and write the frequency as 200. So this is the required histogram for the given data. Next one, example 6.8. Observe the given histogram and answer the following questions. Hint, underweight means less than 30 kg. Normal weight means 30 to 45 kg. Obese means more than 45 kg. So, see the given graph and then you have to say the answer for these questions. First one, what information does the histogram represent? Second one, which group has maximum number of students? And third one, how many of them are underweight? Fourth one, how many students are obese? Fifth one, how many students are in the weight group of 30 to 40 kg? Let us see the given graph. First one, the question. What information does the histogram represent? What it will represent? The histogram represents the collection of weight from standard 8th. Next one, the question is, which group has maximum number of students? Which one has most height? 9. So that one 30 kg to 35 kg. So there are maximum 9 students in 30 to 35 kg weight. Third one, question is, how many of them are underweight? Underweight means less than 30 kg. So less than 30 kg we have 20 to 25 and 25 to 30. So the frequency is 2 and 5. So add those. 2 plus 5, 7. So there are 7 students who are underweight. Fourth question. How many students are obese? Obese means more than 45 kg. So more than 45 kg means 45 to 50. Just 3. So your answer is there are 3 students who are obese. Fifth question. How many students are in the weight group of 30 to 40 kg? That means 30 to 35 and 35 to 40. So the frequencies are 9 and 7. So add those 9 plus 7. So there are 16 students in the 30 to 40 kg weight group. Okay children. Revise these questions. If you have any doubt means ask with the concerned teachers. Thank you.